Hi guys, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and we are doing spring Ostara cemetery offerings, and we're also cleaning the headstones of the spirits that I work with here. And so I'll flip you around and show you my little, you saw my little Red Riding Hood coat. Now here's the basket. These are for two separate headstones that we'll be going to, two of these book bundles that I've made up. And they're in the video before last on how to make those. And then over here, I've got my little bag that Tess gave me. I anointed it in Florida water before I came. And it's got the monies in it for the Gatekeeper and for the graves. My Trinity headstone cleaner that you can get from me on Etsy, and then a towel to clean with. So I really do feel like Little Red Riding Hood now with my basket of flowers in the cemetery. And as you'll notice, my head is covered. Very, very important. And here we go. We're walking up. Hey Mario, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. How are you, sweetheart? KDR. Yeah, the cemetery's just right down the road from my beach spot. Hi Clearwater Fox and Jackie T and Sherry Bug. Welcome back, you guys. So we cover our heads so that to protect our heads from spirits hopping in. And I've also got my ears covered with this bandana that I'm wearing underneath. And the reason I'm doing that is because I kind of believe that they can hop into a couple places. But I've always had positive energy being here. And sorry, we're on a selfie stick. This is kind of hard to do, but it'll be well worth it. Always like bringing you guys up here to the cemetery. I've taken you to 2 or 3 other cemeteries before, but this is my main cemetery. Now let's take a look. Hi Joyce, hello Butterfly Magic. Nice to see you guys. I want to show you guys, this is where I leave my offerings, and it looks like some of mine are still there, if not some other people's. So I'm going to go ahead and get my little bag that I've anointed in Florida water. And for the Gatekeeper, I am leaving 3 dimes on the way in and 3 dimes on the way out. Okay. And the Gatekeeper keeps you protected while you're in the cemetery as long as you give offerings. Now you could do offerings of monies, or you could do offerings of libations, liquor. Gatekeeper, please keep me protected as we walk through the cemetery. I'm not going to spin too much for you guys, but on the way out I spin in circles and I walk backwards. And we do that to protect ourselves, because to confuse spirits that might be trying to attach to us before we leave. Why would spirits attach to us? Well, we're living, and if we can be a device for them to work through, it happens, you know? So we'll just kind of take a little look at the cemetery as we go through. It's older, I think 1890 it was built. 1860, something like that. This is a huge family plot in there. Most of the headstones here in the cemetery do say that last name, Emil. Never know which way to go properly. Try not to walk over any of the stones, of course. Pay your respects as you walk by. And so firstly, see, some of them are even just marked out in rocks where the people are, which is interesting. I don't know if they did that originally or what. Little bench I like to sit and meditate in. Some more family plots up there. I don't know if plot's the right word, but I think you guys know what I mean. Keep my head covered. I've been in here before, and there's all these little trails. It's kind of cool. Do tarot card readings for myself in here sometimes. So, yes! Yes, you guys! Oh, that's freaky. These are the children that I visit, and my offerings are still there. Do you guys remember when I put that little figurine there before? Well, there's monies on top of those. These children died. This baby was only 21 days old when they passed away on November 30th, 1894. And so I'm giving this, and another child over here was only 5 days old. And then this one just has initials. So I'm leaving the bundle for all of them. But I am going to set it in front of Emma's. Sweet girl. Actually, we'll do it in front of Emma's because, well, we'll just do it. We'll just do it there. And there we go. And in this moment, I'm just going to silently give thanks and gratitude for all the help that these young spirits have helped me with in my practice. And really kind of focusing on what's to come this spring. Very exciting. Hey, Kitty Moore and Uncle Badger, great to see you guys. Oh, and then, so we're going to do some headstone cleaning. I wonder how I'm going to get that on camera, though. Okay. Sorry for the shaky video, it's just the best I could do for y'all. Pine cone? Pine cone prop? That kind of worked. So, I am also leaving 5 cents at this grave. And so I take my clean white rag, white for cleansing, and then my Trinity, which is frankincense, bay leaf, and altar water, or moon water, and salt. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get the rag wet. And wipe off these stones for these kids. Now, just to say, this isn't something that I do to actually get them clean. It's something that I do to anoint with those precious substances that I read in Hoodoo San Moise's book about hoodoo, about how to make that gravestone cleaner. And now we're going to take the other bouquet over to the other grave that I visit. Again, neither of these people are family friends or anything like that. They've just always been in the cemetery. And because the closest gravestone that I work with, like a family member, is my grandmother, and my grandfather, and they're buried in Idaho. It's like 10 hours away. And so the next grave that we're going to is it's right down around here, and I'll read you the headstone and tell you why I chose to work with that grave. There's a serial rapist buried over there, like that haunted our town for years, and I try my hardest never ever to walk by it, just for my own personal thoughts and reasons. God, every time I see something out of the corner of my eye, I get freaked out. So I tried to ask Lily if she'd come to the cemetery with me today. She didn't want to. That's alright. So I took her home and then did my stuff. And now I'm with you guys. So he's over here. This one right here. Oh golly, there's a lot more money up there than, so there's a lot of witches working with this person because there's just so much money's there. Now it says Nathaniel Sargent, born July 4th, okay, so 4th of July, right? And to August 16th, born a slave, became Seebeck Justice of the Peace. The reason why I work with this headstone is for justice workings and for peace workings, if that makes sense. And so I'm just going to give that to them there. And then I'm going to go ahead and anoint with that headstone cleaner and then tidy up the grave. And so what I was trying to say before was that if you guys don't know anybody or your closest relative is far away, buried somewhere in Idaho, then you can still take care of gravestones and bond with spirits. And they, you know, will probably want to help you and work with you. But you need to ask. And you just ask out loud. And if you hear a no, it's a no. And if you hear a yes, it's a yes. And if you hear nothing, just do your best to do a deep listening within yourself. And so again, we're using this bag that I anointed in Florida water before I left. Today I'm leaving 5 cents. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean the stone. And this man, Nathaniel, had just a beautiful headstone. And again, we're not trying to get the graves completely clean. We're just anointing it with these precious fluids that spirits tend to appreciate. Taking off all the debris that may be there. Just cleaning it up for Nathaniel. I mean, born a slave, think of all the trials you would have gone through to become then a justice of the peace. It's very cool. Nathaniel, I brought an extra nickel. Here you go, darling. So, this is how we're leaving it. And, hi Sue Ann, so nice to see you. And there we go. Now, for my grandmother and my grandfather, when I visit them in Idaho, I do completely clean their headstones. Like, I take a lot of time. It's funny how all these different mushrooms grow in graveyards, huh? I take a whole lot of time with theirs. There's a big ritual I do when I'm there. I'm not walking past that serial rapist. I gotta go back this way. Kind of, interesting vibes in here today. I don't know how to explain it. Let me think and see if I can. I feel like every time I turn around the corner, I'm gonna see someone, like a person. And then out of the corner of my eye, I'm seeing lots of movement, but then when I look, there's nothing there. I mean, that's just trying to explain to you what's going on. So I'm headed out now. I have a date with a friend tonight, so that'll be fun. And I spent so much time making these. I really enjoyed them. we gathered all those things. They were all free to me. Things I had in my studio, things that Lily and I foraged just off of wildflowers off the side of the road, beautiful red leaves. There's feathers in there for taxidermy. There's the suede strip tying those bundles together that witches from all over the world have the same piece of this giant piece of suede. Because I use it on Etsy orders, I send it with my herb kits and say, if you ever need my energy, then tie this onto something I'm working. And yeah, I love the spirit of that beautiful cow that I've been working with. So now we're getting close to the Gatekeeper. So if you get dizzy easy, close your eyes. And I'm just walking backwards and turning in circles so that if anything does try to attach to me, it will have that will confuse the spirit. So now I'm going to leave 30 more cents. The Gatekeeper, pay on the way in, pay on the way out, whether it's a libation of alcohol or money or both, or a cigarette or a cigar, on the way in and on the way out. Gatekeeper, thank you for always keeping me protected in this cemetery. Always. And there's my money's from last time or other people's, and then the 60 cents I left today. And now we're gonna walk back to the car. I do generally, even though I'm out of the cemetery, just do a little bit more spinning. I'll walk backwards on the way out. Shit like that. Am I gonna fall? Nah. I've fallen before. But I fell forward, not when I was walking backward, which is trippy. I felt like maybe I got pushed. It's okay, I was able to keep my head covered the whole time and my ears covered with this bandana. Which, like I say, the ears thing is nothing I read anywhere, but it's a hole to your head and it's a hole to your brain. Sometimes they wear a chicken foot headband that I make for protection, and then they also ward negativity. They're very cleansing. And so that's it. That was our cemetery Ostara bouquet that we offered for, and then headstone cleaning that anybody can do if they want to be able to bond with the spirit. Even one that they don't know personally in life or otherwise. And so, yeah, it was really great seeing you guys, and I can't wait to see you soon. Have a beautiful day. Ta everybody. Bye Ray, bye Clifton. Love you guys.